Hi there, it's Jeremy Wing, your e-learning coordinator, and I wanted to put together a quick video for our faculty out at Stafford Creek. I know that in these wild times, your procedures have been shaken up and they're going to be very different, and they were already very different from what other faculty were having to do. So I thought this would be a really good time for me to remind you that I am here to support you and give you some guidance on how to use Canvas in these exigent times and circumstances. Okay, so let's go ahead and get logged in, and you'll want to go to ghc.instructure.com, and you should be able to log in there with your GHC email. If you don't have that, reach out to the help desk at ghc.edu, and they'll make sure that you have your account information. Okay, we'll log in, and I'm going to access a demo course here. So you should have all of your courses that you'll be teaching for the spring already there, loaded into Canvas, and you'll just need to create the content. So normally you would use Canvas to create your course materials, and then you would go down to Settings when that was ready. And in Settings, you'll look in the right-hand margin for Export Course Content. And select that. You can see that I've exported this a lot. We'll create a course export. And this might take a moment depending on how large my course is. And this is the normal procedure for bringing your Canvas content onto the Stafford Creek premises. You would design it on the Grace Harbor College campus, and then you would export it onto a flash drive, and then you would bring it onto the campus and give it to Jason or possibly import it yourself. I'm not quite sure how that procedure works out for you. But here's my new export, and when I click that, it's going to download the file for this Canvas course. It's going to download the entire course. I don't have a way to just pick parts of the course to download. I have to download the entire course. When I go to import it, that's when I can make the choices about what I bring in. Okay, so normally I would put this file on a flash drive, I would take it onto the Stafford Creek premises, and then I would import it into Canvas there. The way things differ right now, I can't necessarily do that. So what I would do instead is I would email this file to Jason Davidson, who would very kindly import that for me. But I'm going to need a little bit of additional instruction there in order to make this work. So I want to show you what things look like from the side of the person who's importing, which would normally be you anyway, but in this case you need to know it well enough not just to do it, but to instruct somebody else how to do it in the way that you want them to. What I'm going to do in this, and what I recommend you do as well, is I'm going to create a new course by going to my dashboard and start a new course. And I'm just going to call this SCCC Import Demo. Okay, so now I'm Jason, or maybe I'm you and you're actually on the premises and you have the ability to import this yourself. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go down to Settings. I'm now going to go to Import Course Content, and I'm going to select a Canvas Course Export Package, the one that I just downloaded. I'm going to find my file. Open. Okay, now I have two choices here: all content or select specific content. When I bring in all content, it's going to bring in the entire course. Sounds great. I'm going to urge you not to do that. This is a great option for folks that are able to design their entire course in one go and then bring it over, usually for the following term. They're teaching the course a second, third, fourth time. However, what you need to understand is that whenever you import content from a course, it's not just updating the course. It's not just looking at what's different and then making those changes. It's actually bringing in all of the content. So if I import all content now, and then 2 weeks from now, I had to make an update, and I added content for the third week of classes and the fourth week of classes, and now I'm ready to make that available. When I bring that in, I'm also going to be duplicating all of the original work that I made. So it's going to make a huge mess of my course, and I'm going to have to go in and manually delete a lot of things. Well, I can't do that either, right? So I'm going to be asking Jason Davidson to delete a lot of things manually. So here's where communication is going to be really critical to making this procedure work. And every time we're going to use select specific content, and we're going to be really clear about what it is that we need from the course. So select specific content, we'll do the import. You notice there you also have this adjust events and due dates option. So that's for if in the future you do want to just shift due dates for your assignments. Maybe normally you had things due on Tuesday and now you want them due on Thursday. That's a quick and easy tool for doing that. Okay, if I had selected all content, then it would be done. I would already have completely copied the course. But since I selected specific content, I'm going to see an option pop up here that's going to say, waiting for selection, select content. So let me do that. All right, now I have a list of all of the elements of my Canvas course. Now I can always import the course settings and the syllabus body because these do overwrite whatever the existing ones are. So if I made an update, these will actually just update because you can only have one set of settings, you can only have one syllabus. But everything else in here, if I were to import it 2 times, it would duplicate. I would have 2 copies. If I imported it 3 times, I would have 3 copies. I can bring over all the modules, but if I've already set up my 14 modules in advance, and yet I know actually only modules 1 and 2 are ready to share, then maybe I only want to bring in 1 and 2 for now, and then I'll bring in 3 and 4 when 3 and 4 are ready. So I can choose this arrow here to get a closer look. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, well, I'm just going to set up weeks 1 and 2. And I want to communicate this really clearly. So if I'm asking Jason to do this for me, I'm probably going to list these things out. I'm going to have a heading for modules, and I'm going to write under modules, I want getting started, week 1, week 2. I'm going to write it out just the way I'm checking it off here. And then I'm going to go down to assignments, and I'm going to say, okay, from my assignments, I want, not all of them, I want just a week 1 quiz. Okay, notice a small problem here. I have 2 items called week 1 quiz. How is Jason, or how am I even supposed to know which of these that is? So make sure when you're naming your assignments and all your elements of Canvas, you're using unique names that are descriptive and let you as well as students know exactly what they are. Okay, but for now, no point in worry about that. So week 1 quiz, and maybe I also want this week 1 assignment and week 2 assignment. And we'll say maybe that's all for assignments for now, and maybe I want my week 1 discussion as well. Okay, so I'm listing these things out. I'm saying under discussions I want week 1 discussion, and then I'm going to send that file along with this list to Jason so that he can follow those instructions and he can select that content. Okay, and now that's going to bring in just the pieces that I want, right? And then when I'm ready to add stuff for week 3 and for week 4, I'm going to go and I'm going to add just those pieces so that I'm not duplicating things. Keeping that written down will also be a really handy record for you so that you can see, okay, last week I pulled in these pieces. I want to make sure I'm not pulling in the same pieces again. Okay, so this is one option. You can email Jason this information along with the export file, and he can set that up for you. You might feel more confident, though, if you're just sending him a file and it's just got exactly what you need. All right, so here's what we've done. Note that in doing this little practice session, we've created a little course that has exactly what we need. All right, it has just the things that I said that I wanted. And now what I could do, it's a little bit of an extra step or 2 for me, but it gives me the peace of mind knowing that it's the way I want it, is I can go back into settings, and now I can export this course. Now this course has just the pieces that I want. Okay, and so if I give this to Jason, I don't have to give him any further instructions because this is it. So I'll download this file, and this is what I'm going to send to Jason. And now he doesn't have to go through the list, and I don't have to think about it. I might still want to make note of what things that I copied over, again, so for next time I know, okay, these are the assignments I did next time. But I can also always look at that stuff in Canvas. So that's going to be your call. But note then that I have this practice course. I could also then go in and clear that course out. So if I decide, actually, I'm going to, okay, now I'm ready for week 3 and 4. I'm going to go into settings and I'm going to reset the course content. So I'm going to clear all this out. And now it's an empty course again, and I'm ready to bring in my week 3 and my week 4 content for next time and repeat this process. So that way I'm going to get all the content that I need into the Safford Creek Canvas instance when I need it, and I'm going to make sure I'm not making a bunch of extra duplicates, and I can feel really confident about my students getting the information that they need. Okay, I'm going to do another video for you that's going to remind you how you can do videos, and in particular show you how to do videos in the circumstances that we're finding ourselves in right now. Just once again, remember that I'm here to support you. Best way to reach me is by emailing me at elearning@ghc.edu. And have a great upcoming term, and I look forward to working with you. Bye.